Hello and welcome to this solo review of George Dickel's Cascade Hollow. Now, my friend David and I did a duo review of Cascade Hollow at River Ridge Hot Rods, the hot rod shop, and we really liked it. I bought a bottle for him as just a gift, because sometimes he gives me stuff, you know, and I was shopping around at Discount Depot in Marrero, and I looked and they had these liter bottles, 1 liter for $8.99. I said, well, I'm buying one for myself. I said, I'm gonna get one for him, see what he thinks, and he was really pleased, and that bottle's long gone. Okay, so let's check it out in a solo review. It's been over a year since I've had it. I've already had the rye. Very nice product, very nice product. I'm looking forward to this one. The Dickel 12. So, let's check out Cascade Hollow. So the whole top comes off. Dickel was bought out years ago. It's part of Diageo now. Tennessee Sour Mash Whiskey, aged 3 years. I was reading on one website that this was introduced in 2007. As sort of a temporary substitute for another of their whiskeys, but I couldn't get any footnotes or anything to like verify that. So, but I do know, if you look on the George Dickel website, on the FAQ, frequently asked questions, it says, where can I get Cascade Hollow? And they say Cascade Hollow is not currently being bottled. I thought that was a little bit of a strange way to state it. They didn't say it wasn't currently being produced, or it wasn't currently being aged. They just said it's not currently being bottled, so kind of makes you wonder. You may see it around still on the shelves though. George Dickel Company, yes, 1870, true story, it really is that old. For years and years, decades, they made a product called Cascade Hollow Tennessee Whiskey. It was from the George Dickel Company, and then in 1964 they sort of rebranded it as George Dickel Tennessee Whiskey, but this name Cascade Hollow goes way back. All right, there's nothing new. Tullahoma, Tennessee. All right, Tennessee whiskey is a type of bourbon. People will say it's not a bourbon because it's charcoal mellowed. That Lincoln County process where they drip it through the charcoal. There is one brand of Tennessee whiskey that's not charcoal mellowed, but anyway, regardless of that, whether you chill filter a bourbon or drip it through charcoal is irrelevant to the definition of bourbon if you look under the U.S. government's Tax and Trade Bureau website. What becomes a bourbon is totally unrelated to the filtering process. You can check me on that. You don't have to filter it at all. You can filter it. But it has no bearing on the definition of bourbon. The definition is what has to be at least 51% corn. And to be a straight bourbon, it has to be aged at least 2 years in new, never before used charred oak barrels. So bourbon has to be in new charred oak barrels. All right, so it's amber, medium amber, nice uniform alcohol legs. Yeah, smells like corn grits. Charred oak, get a little vanilla from the oak, corn grits. You can buy those at the store, like Bob's Red Mill Polenta. That's yellow corn grits. Same thing they make bourbon from generally. I suppose you could use white corn. Little flower nectar, some honey note. I don't know what their tasting notes are, if it even says on the bottle. It's like a little essay on the side, which I guess I'll read later. Take a sip of George Dickel's fine whiskey and you'll know for sure it must come from someplace pretty special, which it does, specifically Tullahoma. All right, I'm going to take that sip right now. It's pretty basic and straightforward. Corn. Might have some, and almost certainly have some rye whiskey in there, giving it some extra spice, or spice, I should say. Maybe some wheat whiskey, malt whiskey, I'm not sure. Like I say, I can't find anything out much about this product. It doesn't really taste young or burny. I mean, there's a burn to it, it's 40% alcohol, but it doesn't taste, like bitey or anything. It's pretty smooth, considering. I've had some other pretty good 3-year age whiskeys though. McAfee's Benchmark is nice. Ancient Age is very nice. Those are from Buffalo Trace, 3-year aged. So I have Ancient Age 6-year down there, the 10-star. Been waiting to review it. Keep getting delayed on that. Medium bodied, moderate finish. The main thing to say about this product, I think, is just standard. It's just kind of like a prototype Tennessee whiskey. If somebody said, what does Tennessee whiskey taste like? You could give them this and that would pretty much put them on the right path. Or, of course, Jack Daniel's, which is at least 4-year aged, 4 years old. But this would be a good starting point. And if you could get it for $8.99 a liter, it would be even better of a starting point, would it not be? So, very nice. The score I'm going to give it, better go with one more sip. It's really mellow, mild, nice char. They must use a pretty heavy char. I don't see why I would give it less than, say, a 93 out of 100. 9.3 out of 10. 93, mild, mellow, smooth, easygoing, not harsh. I think it would appeal to a mass audience who, because a whole lot of people aren't going to like super heavy char, super bold, super intense. That's more of the niche crowd. Not that there's anything wrong with that. That's fine. I like those experimental, elaborate, and daring and all of those type of products. Beer, wine, and liquor, of course. But this is very nice. So Laissez-les Bon Temps Relais, a most excellent product, although currently out of production. But like the way they worded it, it may come back, right? Because sometimes it's like William Kepley says, it's not what you say, it's what you don't say that tips people off to what could be going on. Y'all come on down to southeastern Louisiana.